Okay, so I am not happy because I was supposed to be doing a video today on a summer fragrance and then look at it. What is that? So that sort of ruins the video that I'm gonna be doing on this little baby. Okay, so I'm gonna go and get a coffee and then I'm gonna check back with you guys when I am in a bit of a better mood. So I've got my coffee, but I'm still not happy. Hair. And I am done. Okay, that's made me feel a little bit better. Right, let's get down to it. Okay, so this is Virgin Island Water by Creed. This is probably one of my most favourite fragrances of all time. So let's just get down to business and see what this smells like. Okay, so Virgin Island Water, what do we know from the name? Instantly, Virgin Island Water, I think of the Caribbean, the British Virgin Islands, the US Virgin Islands, the Dutch Virgin Islands. What? When I spray this, I am transported to a beach with white sands and translucent, beautiful waters. That is the dream. The thing that I first get is a heavy hit of lime. And this is really, really strong, but it's really invigorating and refreshing. Underneath that lime, creamy coconut. And the two make a superb harmony. I have got a slight and very, very minute bit of booziness to this. I kind of think that it is coming from rum. I mean, it is the Caribbean after all. Which then adds just a little bit of depth and body to this fragrance. So I'm gonna check back with you guys in an hour and let you know how this fragrance is drying down. Okay, so now that it's been about an hour, the coconut is still there. The lime note actually surprisingly is still there as well. You see, usually the lime notes tend to then disappear within probably the first half an hour, whereas this seems to be really, really strong still. To be quite honest, for a citrus element in a fragrance, that's really, really good going. Anyway, I'm gonna kick back and relax for a little bit, so I'll see you in another hour. Okay, so I'm well into the base of this fragrance now. Basically, all you can really smell now is coconut with then a slight spiciness. I'm not really too sure where this spiciness is coming from. It almost smells a little bit like tonka. And tonka is a major, major note that you would then find in a lot of designer fragrances like Chanel Allure Homme Sport, Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male. Okay, so it's now around about the 6th, 7th hour of me wearing this, and it pretty much is a skin scent. I personally can't really smell it about me anymore. So those are the note breakdowns that I have then found throughout today. Now, as always, let's get into a rating. So, first of all, let's go to the presentation. Okay, So first of all, let's look at the box. It's a fairly standard cardboard. It tends to feel like the recycled cardboard that you get. It does feel a bit cheap. And I would say that this is one of the elements that I do not like about Creed's fragrances, is that I just think make something a little bit more sturdy and a little bit more, I don't know, well presented. I do like the embossed logos all over the box. The other thing that I really like about this is the colour scheme that they have used for this fragrance. I tend to think that this colour scheme represents the notes that you find. So first of all, you've got the mirror. I think that that is the sun reflecting off the water. Then you have the writing in blue, the blue waters of the Caribbean. The Creed logo in white, which I think represents coconut, outlining it a really vivid green, which I think is the lime coming through this fragrance. This may be me making this up, and it's got absolutely no relevance whatsoever, but I just think that it is a really, really nice coincidence that these colours are used for a fragrance like this. Then on the top you've got the crest with a little bit more information. On the back you have got information in French about the brand, so I'm guessing Olivier Creed, but it's in French and I'm not going to translate it because I will butcher it. As you then open up the box, you will have a little card, but I have popped that card at the bottom so then I do not lose it. And then in there you have the fragrance. This fragrance is the 75ml. This is no longer available on the Creed's website. You can only get 50ml and 100ml. So the presentation to this, it's a clear bottle, as you can see, with then the same colour scheme of the crest on the front there. You've then also got a really nice silver cap with then a very royal blue crest on the top. The atomizers to these are insane. This is the new style of atomizer. There is an old type of atomizer that I do have an example of, and I hate them. A, because on this one, it clicks into place. On this one, I'm always dropping this because the cap does not fit into place. As you can see, there is then the atomizer, and it seems to be like, I don't know, raised. It does pump out a lot of juice still, but sometimes you'll get loads coming out all at once, and then other times you'll get like a little dribble, so it isn't consistent. So I do much prefer these new atomizers to these old ones. All in all, the presentation to Creed's Virgin Island Water is really, really good. If they just solved the problem of this box being a little bit cheap looking, I think that this would be a fantastic presentation. However, I will give it credit because I do think that the whole design of it is very well thought out, so it gets a point for its presentation. Okay, so now that we've looked at the presentation, I think it now is worthwhile going back to the performance side of things. The performance to this, it is good. And here's why. Coconut as a note is a fairly hard-hitting, hardy type of fragrance. But citrus is the total opposite. This lime, I would have expected to have disappeared within the first, maybe second hour of wearing this. Now that I'm about 7 hours in, only now has it disappeared. I will add that in. It was faint, so I can understand why some people might be a little bit aggrieved that this isn't going to last you all day. But when you think about it, citrus and coconut being the main dominating forces here, you can't ask for miracles. You cannot ask for that fragrance to be lasting you like 48 hours until you need to wash it off. Not that you would wait 48 hours to wash. But you know what I mean. So all in all, it gets a big thumbs up and it gets a point for its performance. Next we come to a bit more of a testing matter, the target audience. I've been trying to rack my brains on who might wear this fragrance. And to be quite honest, I can only think of one type of person. Somebody young. That is not me saying that mature people, you cannot wear this fragrance. Absolutely not. I am trying to think about people that I might know, and nobody who I personally know who is more mature would be able to then wear this fragrance comfortably. In terms though of its unisex ability, this is fantastic. This almost goes straight down the line, but it's sort of dipping its toe into the more effeminate camp. With that being said, and then also then the age of somebody then wearing this, I then have to sort of make a happy medium and say it gets half a point. Okay, so next we come to versatility. Where and when might you be able to wear this? This is where this fragrance sucks. I love this fragrance because it does not pretend to be nothing but a summer fragrance. Nobody is gonna be walking around with like coconut, sunscreen, lemony, limey zestiness in the dead of winter. Nobody. Also though, just to then hammer this home, it doesn't get a point because I would never wear this going out. It is a casual daytime fragrance. However, there is a trick. If you have not done so already, I would urge you to have a little dabble into fragrance layering. This, as I said, is a daytime fragrance through and through. However, if you did want to spice it up a little bit so then you could wear it for maybe an evening or maybe more of a formal occasion, I sometimes splash on a little bit of Creed Aventus. So just have a little experiment. See what you think to maybe then layering these two or finding something else in your collection just so then you can maybe add a little bit of depth to Virgin Island water. So in summary, it does not get a point for the versatility. Finally, we come to the uniqueness. Is this guy unique? In my collection, absolutely. I have not really smelled anything like this as well, which makes me believe that this is extremely unique. I am sure that there are fragrances out there that smell very similar to this, but I just simply haven't put my nose on them yet. So I'm gonna say, yes, it gets a big fat point for the uniqueness. So in total, that gives Virgin Island water a 3.5 out of 5. So let me know what you think to this. Do you really like it? And also who you think might wear this, because that question really stumped me. Also, if you have liked this type of video where I've sort of been doing a little bit of vlogging as well as a review, just let me know, because I am really interested into seeing, is this something that is helpful and useful, or have I just sort of wasted your time? As always, please check us out on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and also hit that big subscribe button here. That's it for now. Have a great one, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!